Cambodia, known for its rich culture and warm-hearted people, has won the admiration of many countries worldwide. In 2025, Cambodians are celebrated for their contributions to culture, history, and global communities. This list counts down the top 10 countries that show immense love and respect for Cambodians, based on their appreciation for Cambodian heritage, tourism, and diaspora contributions. Like, subscribe, and watch till the end to find out which country tops the list. Number 10, United Kingdom. The UK has a growing admiration for Cambodians due to the vibrant Cambodian diaspora in cities like London. Many Cambodians run successful businesses like restaurants serving authentic Khmer cuisine, which Brits love. The UK also values Cambodia's cultural heritage, with tourists flocking to Angkor Wat, boosting Cambodia's global image. British universities host Cambodian students, fostering cultural exchange. Events like Cambodian New Year celebrations in London strengthen ties. The UK's interest in Cambodia's history, especially its resilience after the Khmer Rouge era, inspires respect. Tourists from the UK, around 100,000 in 2024, explore Cambodia's temples and beaches, appreciating the warm hospitality of locals. The British Museum also showcases Khmer artifacts, promoting Cambodia's ancient culture. This mutual appreciation creates a strong bond, making the UK a top country that loves Cambodians for their cultural contributions and friendly nature. Number 9. Japan. Japan admires Cambodians for their rich cultural traditions and resilience. The Japanese are fascinated by Cambodia's Angkor Wat, with over 50,000 Japanese tourists visiting in 2024. They love the intricate temple designs and Khmer dance performances, which share similarities with Japan's own traditional arts. Japan supports Cambodia through aid, like funding for schools and infrastructure, showing deep respect. Cambodian restaurants in Tokyo serve dishes like fish amok, gaining popularity among locals. The Cambodian community in Japan, though small, is active in cultural festivals, sharing their heritage. Japan also values Cambodia's eco-tourism efforts, like those in the Cardamom Mountains, aligning with Japan's love for nature. Both nations share Buddhist values, creating a spiritual connection. Japanese volunteers often work in Cambodia, teaching and learning from locals, which strengthens bonds. This mutual admiration for culture and kindness makes Japan a top supporter of Cambodians. Number 8. Singapore. Singapore loves Cambodians for their vibrant culture and warm hospitality. In 2024, over 40,000 Singaporeans visited Cambodia, drawn to Angkor Wat and Phnom Penh's charm. Singapore invests in Cambodia's growth, funding tech and tourism projects, showing respect. Cambodian restaurants in Singapore serve dishes like beef lok lak, popular among locals. The small Cambodian community in Singapore shares Khmer festivals, like water festivals, fostering cultural ties. Singaporeans admire Cambodia's history and resilience, with schools teaching about Khmer heritage. Both nations value progress and community, creating a bond. Singapore's tourists enjoy Cambodia's affordable travel and friendly locals, especially in Siem Reap. Volunteers from Singapore work in Cambodian villages, supporting education. This mix of tourism, investment, and cultural exchange makes Singapore a top country that cherishes Cambodians for their warmth and rich traditions. Number 7. France. France has a long history of loving Cambodians, rooted in colonial ties and cultural appreciation. French tourists, about 80,000 in 2024, visit Cambodia to explore Angkor Wat and Phnom Penh's colonial architecture. France helped preserve Angkor, funding restoration projects, showing deep respect for Khmer heritage. The Cambodian diaspora in France, especially in Paris, runs restaurants and cultural centers, sharing Khmer food and dance with locals. French schools teach about Cambodia's history, and museums display Khmer artifacts, boosting admiration. France also supports Cambodian students through scholarships, fostering exchange. The French love Cambodian cuisine, like beef lok lak, and attend Khmer festivals in France. Both nations share a love for art and history, with French volunteers aiding Cambodian communities. This mutual respect and cultural exchange make France a top country that admires Cambodians for their rich heritage and friendly nature. Number 6. United States. The U.S. loves Cambodians for their vibrant culture and strong community spirit. The large Cambodian diaspora, especially in California, runs businesses and hosts festivals like Khmer New Year, sharing their heritage. Americans admire Cambodia's history, with 190,000 U.S. tourists visiting Angkor Wat in 2024. The U.S. supports Cambodia through aid for education and health, showing care for its people. Cambodian food, like noodle soups, is a hit in U.S. cities, and Khmer dance performances draw crowds. Universities in the U.S. study Cambodian history, raising awareness about its resilience post-Khmer Rouge. American volunteers work in Cambodia, teaching English and supporting communities, building strong ties. The U.S. also appreciates Cambodia's growing tourism, with its beaches and temples. This blend of cultural exchange and mutual respect makes the U.S. a top country that values Cambodians for their warmth and contributions. Number 5. South Korea. South Korea admires Cambodians for their warm hospitality and cultural richness. Over 70,000 South Korean tourists visited Cambodia in 2024, drawn to Angkor Wat and Khmer traditions. K-pop and Khmer pop culture exchanges are growing, with Cambodian singers gaining fans in Seoul. South Korea invests in Cambodia, funding schools and tech projects, showing support. The Cambodian community in South Korea, though small, shares Khmer food and festivals, like water festivals, with locals. Both nations share Buddhist values, creating a bond. South Koreans love Cambodian dishes like rice noodles, and restaurants are popping up in Seoul. Korean volunteers teach in Cambodian villages, building friendships. Cambodia's affordable travel and friendly locals appeal to young Korean travelers. This mix of cultural exchange, tourism, and mutual kindness makes South Korea a top country that loves Cambodians for their vibrant spirit. Number 4. Australia. Australia has a big love for Cambodians, thanks to a strong Cambodian diaspora and tourism ties. Over 60,000 Australians visited Cambodia in 2024, drawn to its temples and beaches. The Cambodian community in Sydney and Melbourne runs restaurants and cultural events, sharing Khmer dance and food like amok. Australians admire Cambodia's resilience and history, with schools teaching about the Khmer Rouge era. Australia supports Cambodia through aid for education and health, showing care. Cambodian students study in Australian universities, building bridges. Aussies love Cambodia's affordable travel and friendly locals, with many volunteering in rural areas. Festivals like Cambodian New Year in Australia strengthen ties. Both nations share a love for community and culture, with Australians visiting sites like Phnom Penh for history and Sihanoukville for beaches. This mutual respect makes Australia a top country that cherishes Cambodians for their warmth and heritage. Number 3. China. China shows huge love for Cambodians due to strong economic and cultural ties. In 2024, over 760,000 Chinese tourists visited Cambodia, loving Angkor Wat and Khmer culture. China is Cambodia's biggest investor, funding projects like the Siem Reap Airport, boosting tourism. Cambodians in China share their food and traditions, with Khmer restaurants in Beijing gaining fans. Both nations share Buddhist roots, creating a deep bond. China's Belt and Road projects, like highways, help Cambodia grow, showing respect. Chinese students learn about Cambodia's history, and cultural exchanges like the 2024 People-to-People Exchange Year strengthen ties. Cambodians are welcomed in China, with their warm nature admired. Volunteers from China work in Cambodian villages, building schools. This mix of tourism, investment, and cultural appreciation makes China a top country that loves Cambodians for their heritage and kindness. Number 2. Germany. Germany has a strong admiration for Cambodians, driven by cultural respect and tourism. In 2024, about 55,000 Germans visited Cambodia, drawn to Angkor Wat and Khmer history. Germany supports Cambodia through aid for education and sustainable tourism, showing care. The Cambodian diaspora in Berlin runs restaurants serving dishes like fish amok, which Germans love. German schools teach about Cambodia's past, especially its resilience post-Khmer Rouge, fostering respect. Cultural festivals in Germany feature Khmer dance and music, building ties. Germans admire Cambodia's ecotourism, like the Cardamom Mountains, aligning with their love for sustainability. Cambodian students study in Germany, strengthening bonds. Tourists enjoy Cambodia's warm hospitality and affordable travel, visiting Phnom Penh and Siem Reap. This blend of cultural exchange, tourism, and mutual respect makes Germany a top country that loves Cambodians for their heritage and friendliness. Number 1. Canada. Canada tops the list for loving Cambodians, thanks to a vibrant diaspora and cultural ties. The Cambodian community in Toronto and Vancouver hosts festivals like Khmer New Year, sharing their culture. Over 45,000 Canadians visited Cambodia in 2024, loving Angkor Wat and Khmer hospitality. Canada supports Cambodia through aid for education and health, showing care. Cambodian restaurants in Canada serve dishes like noodle soups, popular among locals. Canadians admire Cambodia's history and resilience, with schools teaching about Khmer culture. Volunteers from Canada work in Cambodian villages, teaching and building schools. Cambodian students study in Canadian universities, fostering exchange. Canada's love for diversity aligns with Cambodia's vibrant traditions, creating a strong bond. Tourists enjoy Cambodia's temples and beaches, appreciating the warm locals. This mutual respect makes Canada the top country that adores Cambodians for their culture and kindness. Thanks for exploring the top 10 countries that love Cambodians in 2025. Their culture and warmth shine globally. Like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below.